Alright everybody, let's get back into our logarithms. The logarithm that they want us to do today is to match the expression that we're seeing here that has the same value over here. So the first thing we can do is start simplifying this. And we know our three rules. If our base is being multiplied, then we can add the exponents. If our base is being divided, we can subtract, and if we're raising a power to a power, we can multiply. So if we see exponents that are added, that means that the bases have to be multiplied. So this simplifies to log base 2 of 6 times 8, and that's log base 2 of 48. This matches with letter A. On number 2, they give us subtraction of exponents. When we are subtracting logs, we're going to divide our bases. So this will just be log base 2 of 10 divided by 5, which is log base 3 of 2. And that's going to match down here with letter S. When you have a coefficient, you know that the only way that you're going to multiply 4 times log base 1/2 of 2, if you're multiplying, this means that you must have raised the power to a power. So this 4, this coefficient, needs to turn into an exponent, just like our subtraction turned into division, just like our addition turned into multiplication. So here, when we are multiplying these exponents, we need to raise it to that power. So here, we're going to have log of 1/2 of 2 to the power of 4. That 4 just came right up here to the exponent. And that's going to simplify for me to log of 1/2. 2 to the power of 4 is 16. And this matches over here with letter I. Okay. The next one up again, subtraction means division. So this will be log in base 2 of 2 divided by 3. And this gives me log in base 2 of 2/3. There's really nothing more to simplify here, and that's going to match L. Alright, now we get on to the next one. We have log in base 3 of 4 plus. Whenever I'm adding up my exponents, this means that I actually multiplied my bases. So log in base 3 of 4 times 3, or excuse me, 4 times 2, which will be log in base 3 of 8. This down here, log in base 3 of 8, matches with L. And then our next one here, we have 6 times the log in base 10 of 8. 6 times the log in base 10 of 8. If we have multiplied exponents, this means we must have had a raise to a power to a power. So this is just going to be log in base 10 of 8 to the power of 6. And we can find that over here in Y. Now we're going to go the opposite way, basically. We need to condense the logarithm function. So we're just going to use the exact same rules to go and condense these functions into one single term. So in the beginning, we see that we have multiplication. This again was the exact last problem that we just did. We had to take the coefficient and make it the exponent. So we'll do the same thing here. This is going to be a log of base 10 of 2 to the power of 4 minus log in base 10 of 5. Alright, so 2 to the 4 will simplify for me to log in base 10 of 16 minus log in base 10 of 5. When we are subtracting our exponents, it means that we're allowed to divide. So this will be 16 divided by 5. Log in base 10 of 16 divided by 5 is over here, and it matches M. Again here, when you see addition, addition will mean multiplication for your bases. And when you see subtraction, subtraction will mean division. So we can say that this one is 6 times 2, which is 12, and then 12 divided by 7. So this will be log in base 10 of 6 times 2 divided by 7. And that will give us log in base 10 of 12 over 7, which then will match down here with A. Now we have the same exact thing. We're going to take our coefficient, and it comes up here to the very top. And this is log in base 10 of 4 to the 1/2 plus log in base 10 of 3. 4 to the 1/2 is another way of saying the square root of 4. And the square root of 4 is 2. So actually, this is log in base 10 of 2 plus log in base 10 of 3. When we add up our logs, that means that we can use multiplication. 2 times 3 is 6. So this should be log in base 10 of 6. And we can match that with n. All right, last few problems here. We're going to move this coefficient, like the other one, up to the exponent. So this is log in base 10 of 2 cubed minus log in base 10 of 2 squared. Let's work on dividing. If we're using subtraction, this means that we can divide. So we're going to have log in base 10 of 2 cubed divided by 2 squared. And I wrote it this way so we could actually now, because we have like bases, we can just subtract the exponents. And this would be log in base 10 of 2 to the power of 3 minus 2. 3 minus 2 is just 1. So this is log in base 10 of 2. It's going to match letter D down here. And our very last two here, we have 1 minus the log of 4. 1 minus the log of 4, and then we'll solve out our last one. So at first you could be thinking, well, I have no idea how to get 1 from logs, which is actually not true, because you do know how to get 1 from logs. You know that if you use the same bases here, that you can get to 1. So my base here is 10, and I'm going to use that because log in base 10 of 10 to the first power equals 1. In other words, 1 is the exponent of 10 to get 10. 10 to the power of 1 is 10 to the power of 1, is another way to think about that. So I can rewrite 1 as log in base 10 of 10, and that's because over here I have base 10 anyways. If this had been a base 5 or something, I could have just said log in base 5 of 5, and that would have said the exponent of 5 to get 5 is 1. So over here, same thing, right? We're going to have log in base 10 of 10 minus log in base 10 of 4. When you have subtraction, what can you use? That's division, right? Subtraction will turn into division. So we're going to have log in base 10 of 10 over 4. 10 divided by 4 is 5 over 2. So this final answer will be log in base 10 of 5 over 2. And this will match E. Very last one for us here. Oh, we finally have some natural logs, which is exciting. We have the natural log of 3 times the natural times 4 times the natural log of x minus the natural log of y. If we're still confused about natural log, ln, that's a shorthand. This is an abbreviated way of saying log in base e. These mean the exact same thing, and so you're definitely going to have this in the memory banks when you come back to class. Let's go ahead and simplify though. If we are multiplying our exponents, this means that we would have had to raise the power to a power for our bases. So we're going to have the natural log of 3 plus the natural log of x to the 4th minus the natural log of y. Again, when we add our exponents like this, this means that our base is multiplying. So the natural log of 3 times x to the 4th, the subtraction sign means divide, so we can put it over y. And this is our final answer, and we can see it right over here in R. Now your last step is to fill in all of this information down here at the very bottom. Please make sure that you put your name at the top as well as your class period. And we'll see you next time.